Good evening, everybody, and what an exciting start to the night down in Evansville, Indiana at the Ford Center. West Texas A&M, the number one seed, they come out on top, 87-86 over Lincoln Memorial, and joining us is their outstanding student athlete, Qua Grant. And Qua, walk us through the last 15 seconds.
We drew up a few plays, and we just see how they were setting up, and called a few timeouts, and then we got into a play where it was an ISO at the top, drive down the middle, and try to make a play. And luckily, I missed, but Jonell tipped it out. It was up for grabs. It went in the best shooter's hands in the country, and he hit the shot.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. And he is one of the top shooters in the country, but he hadn't scored up until that point. And in fact, when you look at it, he was 0 for 4 at that point. I mean, just talk about how unbelievable it is for him.
Zach, that's my guy. He's a great person, even better teammate, and he hit it when it mattered. That's all that matters. All them shots before don't even matter no more. So, and I'll glare the guy, he made it. Let's go. Ready for the next game.
Let's go back to the early part of the game. You know, it went back and forth for a little bit. Then Lincoln Memorial puts the run on that I think you guys knew that's what they do. But you guys came out latter stages of the first half and then the second half to cut the lead and actually get it right where you wanted it to be. Just talk about that time frame when you guys won. I believe it was a 16-2 run.
Oh, we knew it was going to be a game of runs. They're a very great team, well coached, and we knew they were very offensive-minded, and they can score. They can really score the ball, and we just knew that we can score as well. So we just knew, we're just chipping away. Just keep chipping away, get it down to 10, get it down to 8, get it down to 7, tie it up, and take the lead, and you've seen how the game went. So,
members of the media, any questions for Qua Grant, please type them in the Q&A box. Qua, talk about your night tonight. 25 points, three assists, just an all-around great game for you. Plus, you know what, though? You get Jonell with 14, and you get JoJo with 24. I mean, what just an absolute team effort for you guys.
No, most definitely. It was a great team effort. We just had to stay together, stay calm, and we knew our shots were going to fall. Some of them didn't, but we just stayed together throughout everything with the calls, with them making tough shots as well. And we just stayed together and just kept believing. Keep believing, just keep fighting for each other.
Did you guys know that you're now the first Lone Star Conference team since 2003 to make it to the title game?
No, we did not know that.
How awesome is that to represent your great conference in the national championship game on Saturday at 12 o'clock?
Oh, it's a great way to represent Lone Star. I think that's a very good conference with a handful of great teams who could be here just like us and compete with these guys, these national top teams. So we're gonna go out and give it all.
Put the Lone Star away. Let's talk about West Texas A&M. How cool is it that you're going to be representing Buff Nation in the national championship game at 12 o'clock on Saturday?
Oh, it's awesome to be a Buffalo right now. So. So, nothing, we just going to keep doing what we've been doing. And I just want to give a great shout out to our fans. They came a long way, and we couldn't have did our thing. Even though we was down, they was cheering. They was cheering hard, too. We could hear it the whole time.
Outstanding stuff, Qua. Well, we're going to let you go, get some rest, and we're excited to see the Buffs play on Saturday at 12 o'clock. Congratulations.
Definitely. Thank you. Stay blessed.
Qua Grant joins in. Now we'll get the head coach, Tom Brown, to slide into the chair. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'll tell you what I told our guys in the locker room. I've been doing it for a long time, almost 25, 30 years. And I don't know if I've been a part of a game as sweet as this. We've won Coach Gove, Coach Henderson, myself. We won some national titles, and those are great wins. But this one, I don't know, this one was really special. Lincoln Memorial is so good. And, they had the lead almost the whole game. I think we were up 4-2 at one point. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, we didn't have the lead. And we would try to get it down to 4 or 5. All of a sudden, they push it back to 7, 8, 9, 10. And our guys, I give them so much credit, our players just hanging in there, and keep chipping away, and they believe in each other. And, you know, we got a little bit of a lucky bounce there at the end. You know, I thought Qua maybe, you know, sometimes he usually hits that shot, and we had a nice set for him getting to the basket. But sometimes just good things happen to good people. And Zach Toussaint's a great person. All of our guys in that locker room are really good kids. And I'm sure the Lincoln Memorial kids are great too. And you go through so much, especially this year with COVID and some ups and downs. And I'll tell you what, it's really the highs and lows of coaching, unbelievable, but a lot of fun for our kids, our crowd. You know, our assistant coaches, they do such a great job getting our guys ready. And what a classic this was tonight with Lincoln Memorial.
It absolutely was a classic, Coach. We have a question from Larissa at News Channel 10. What does it mean for you to take this team to the program's first championship? And I'm going to add a note to this. I don't know if you knew this. You guys are the first Lone Star Conference team since 2003 to make it to the title game.
Yeah, and that, you know, I don't know if any Heartland teams have made it or not, but we joined with the Heartland, so we actually have 17 teams in our conference.
Right.
And it's a bear of a conference, especially with travel, you know, and sometimes travel can get a coach out of coaching. But, you know, it's JoJo felt so bad when he missed that free throw to tie it up. And we had to commit a couple fouls there to get them into the bonus. And, you know, their big kid had his way with us tonight. Jordan Guest, he had a great game, and he's a really good player at 20 and 10 double. But when he missed that shot, we had our chance to either tie it up or to send it in overtime. And, you know, that's kind of the game of basketball. You got to make free throws. You got to rebound. And we lost one year to go to advance in the national tournament because we couldn't box out on a rebound on a free throw. And it cost us. Well, you know, it was the opposite tonight. We got the tip out, and it just went to one of the, you know, a great shooter. Zach, I don't know if Zach's the best shooter in the country. That Hudgens kid's pretty good. And I'll tell you, the guys on Lincoln Memorial are really good. But, you know, when he's got an open look for a three, I always think it's going in. And when he did release it, you know, and the horn didn't sound until it was in the air, it's going, okay, if that goes in, we're moving on. And we did. And I'll tell you what, it was, again, the highs and lows. We got to be ready to bounce back, though, because whoever we play on Saturday, it'll be a dogfight.
You know, talk about Zach up to that point, before he hit that shot, he was 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. And obviously he is one of the top shooters in the country. You just got to feel great for him, just battling all game long and able to just get the ball in that situation.
Well, yes, and you're exactly right. And you know what? They did a great job on him. I mean, they are so long. They got 6'6", 6'5", and they can defend. And Zach is probably about 5'10", and he can really shoot it, and he moves pretty well. But they were just as quick, if not quicker, than him. And so it was really tough for him to get his shot off. And then they were actually picking on him on defense. And I don't know how many back doors they got, and we couldn't stop them. I mean, that's the thing is when you run up against a good team like that, you know, we don't have a great shot blocker. Kevon Booker's pretty good. But if Kevon comes off of his guy, they're kicking it out to a guy that's shooting 40%. This is very high level basketball. Lincoln Memorial is a Division I team. I mean, they're gonna go beat, I think, 50 to 100 Division I teams. I think they're that good. Now, I don't know if we could do that or not, but we got that win tonight, and we get to move on, and we get to face whoever it is, either Northwest or Flagler, and we get to represent West Texas A&M and the city of Canyon, Texas, in the national championship game on CBS, 11 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Mountain. Tune in. It's going to be a lot of fun.
There's a shameless plug right there for everybody. There it is.
There you go.
Either you were going to do it or I was going to do it. So I would rather you do it in that case.
Beat you to the punch.
Absolutely. Question from Larissa again from News Channel 10. You guys struggled from three, but when you're back, you went back to the roots on the final shot. What does that say about the confidence and resiliency of your team?
Well, that's a good question. You know, I'm never going to tell Zach Toussaint to not shoot. And I'm never going to tell Qua Grant not to shoot. John L., JoJo, Hayden. Hayden Blankley comes off the bench, goes 5 for 6. Okay, and we had to do that, and he had to do that for us in order to win tonight. We had to make, you know, Guest come out and guard him, and he got free a few times, and Hayden knocked him down. Hayden's a great shooter. And so it's a lot about matchups. And, you know, again, they took Zach away tonight. They were not going to let him get going. And that was in their game plan. You could see that from the start. And so that opened it up for JoJo and Quay and John L to get to the basket. I'll tell you, John L made some tough buckets down the stretch, and that 3 to cut it to 2 was huge. I think with maybe 40 seconds, something like that. I forget off the top of my head, but it was nothing but net, Rip City. And that was a big shot. And we've got some guys that can make some big plays. I think they have confidence in themselves. And I think the most important thing is they have confidence in their teammates. And, you know, Zach was getting picked on a little bit and was getting beat backdoor, but they never gave up on him. And, you know, they'll get after him a little bit, but hey, then we move on. And that's what's great about this team. And, you know, I've been here now at WT, Coach Henderson, Coach Gove, myself, been here for 7 years. And we had another assistant, Dan Kratz. But I don't think this is our best team. But yet right now we're playing for a national championship. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you don't have maybe a true post or a true 5-man. But, you know, we're kind of piecemealing a little bit with Hayden and Kavan and John Brown. And John gave us some good minutes. But, again, it's hard for him to get out there on some of the shooters. But I tell you, I'm just so proud of these kids that I think they're overachieving, even though we're the 1 seed. I think they're, I know, I don't, but I think we're overachieving. And we're not very big. We get out rebounded a lot. And you could just see tonight, when they could get into the lane and just shoot over us, that was really tough for us. And you got to be physical, but you got to be strong, and the strong survive. And I think we were a little bit stronger tonight. We're moving on. So
what's the message for Buffalo Nation? You guys are playing for a national championship Saturday at 12 o'clock.
You know, I had it in my little high school in Gilmanton, Wisconsin. I used to say it, believe to achieve. And everybody uses that, but you just got to believe. And, you know, you see it on Twitter this time of year. And we got Coach Gove, Coach Henderson, myself, we got beat in the national title game in 2007. And it was a tremendous comeback by Barton. And Barton never gave up. The game is never over. And just like tonight, the game is never over until that horn sounds, and you better finish it. We have a chance to finish it on Saturday, and one of these 2 teams out here tonight that are playing, they have a chance to finish it, and you got to just believe and never give up. And that's kind of that's Jimmy V, never give up. You know, and it's true for basketball, it's true for life, and it's something that our guys are doing, and it's just great to see the enjoyment that they're having. I mean, they're really having fun playing the game. And if we would have lost, there would have been tears tonight. But what a ride we've been on this year. And it's going to come down to Saturday on CBS.
No doubt about it, Coach. I know you got to get back to the guys, get them some food and everything, and watch this game that's going to tip off here in about 8 minutes. But congratulations, and we'll talk to you on Saturday.
You got it. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.
You too. Tom Brown, the head coach for West Texas A&M. We are going to go ahead and log off of this stream, and we will come back. And then once we come back with Lincoln Memorial, once again, we'll have Alex Dalling and Josh Schertz. Thank you for joining us for press conference number 1 of the post-game semifinals here in Evansville.